Hello everyone, and welcome back to another part of Foundation. This is part 10. We finally made it. Thank you to everyone who has watched part 1 all the way through to here. It is absolutely awesome that you have done that. And for those who are only tuning in right now, well then welcome, and be sure to go back and watch a few of the other episodes to see how we managed to build all of this spectacular stuff. Anyway, since this is part 10, I want to do a few extra things for this castle. I think it's about time we finished it. We're on part 10 and we still don't have our castle fully up and running. So we're going to focus on that this episode. However, just before I get started on that, I would like to show just a couple of things that have changed since the last part, things that I did off camera. So I moved the blacksmith more towards these iron smelters. I made a lot more charcoal huts because we were spending way too much money on buying charcoal. Now we can make our own, and we're actually making a lot of it to the point where we might even be able to start selling it. So that's good. What else have I done? I finally cleared out all this area by the castle and moved it over to the main keep, which is good. I also unpurchased a couple of these territories as well. And the reason in doing so, it was costing us way too much every single month. And we didn't even have that much going on in these areas, especially this one after we moved everything. So I decided to get rid of it, save the money, and now we're making a lot more. So that's good. Besides that, one more thing that I have done, I've added a few more buildings to the castle. So I added a bailiff office. I finally got him no longer living in that tent. We still need to assign one, but I built just a simple little kind of manor house here. He's got a little shed, he's got a bench with a few bushes, and it's right outside the castle because the bailiff is more or less our right-hand man, so he should basically be living right next door to us. I've also got all these places that are making us weapons employed, which is good. We can even employ another one there. And I'm making it so we're selling the weapons too, because right now I'm not really focusing on adding any companies or military. You know, that's just a bit too much right now. I want to focus on the building aspect of the game, and we'll get to that at another point. So I'm just basically selling all the weapons that we have for now. I've also added another watch post here with more patrollers because I feel like this is where kind of the patrollers and the watchmen should live, and the taxmen as well. I want to put their spot maybe back here or over here. But, however, I'm sure you have kind of seen this building here. Look at this. Look how awesome this is. So this is a high density house. So it's basically got 4 houses all in one, and it can house up to 10 people, which is pardon me, which is absolutely amazing. The only thing we can do now is upgrade the quality of it, and for that we need a resident citizen, and we don't have any citizens as yet. And we also need paved roads, so I'd also like to try and get some paved roads up in this episode to see what they're all about. Okay, with all that being said, let's get to some building, eh? So I want to add, like I said, a taxation office in here. This is where I want my tax people to live. We can have more other tax buildings around. Like, we'll still keep the one that we have over here. We'll downsize it eventually, but we will have a building there for a few tax people. Because otherwise it will take them way too long to collect the money all the way down here and run it back up. So we need a kind of middle ground. But for the people who will be living in here, well, they need to have a building that they're going to get taxed from. Okay, after a little bit of thinking and a little bit of messing around with a few designs around the castle that I didn't end up liking, I've decided that right here should work pretty well. And if we ever want to move it or tamper with it a bit, improve the design, we always can. But this as a basic structure should work, and it will give us 5 tax collectors, and that should be plenty for this area. And we probably will have to improve it because we will need more than 5 tax collectors. But maybe we can get more of them by placing those other buildings around in our village. But we'll see. Anyhow, let's think about decorations for this place. Of course, we need our little crow on the top. Let's turn it to the side, shall we? That looks better. What else shall we have? I feel like there are some more decorations that I could put here. Here we go. A bench would be nice. A bench for a few people to sit down. Especially, we'll do it against this wall. It makes sense seeing as the cooking is here, so... And we'll pop a flower pot next to it right there. We'll pop a lamp in the corner here too to get some light. And we'll place down another one on this side here. Okay, so that side's looking good now, at least for a start. Now we need to focus on this side here. So maybe a tree would look nice in this corner. Might have to rotate it so it's not going into the building too much. That's good. Overhangs on there a bit, but I actually kind of like that. Or do I? Let's see how it looks when it's the other way around. That I actually do like a bit better, so I'm going to keep it that way. I wonder if we can place one of these little rose arches over it and kind of make it look like it's almost overgrown. I mean, it almost kind of gives it that effect. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna keep that because why not? We haven't put one of those down before. And sure, we don't see it that well, but it gives the doorway a really cool overgrown effect. Also want to put some barrels down. You got to have the classic barrels. But we won't place too many, just the one should be fine. Maybe a rose bush in the corner here. And we'll place some proper ones right next to the doorways. Oh, there's a window there, so maybe for this one we can do one that's a bit lower. Looks a little goofy though. We'll just keep with the two, and that window will be won't have the best view, but that's okay. Might just place a couple more rose bushes around this to cover that. Oh, big truck just went by. Don't know if you could hear that. But place a few more rose bushes down to try and cover that up, give it a little bit more of an overgrown effect. That's probably too much. That will be fine, and I like all of that. It's going to cost us 125 gold, 81 planks, 48 stone, and 19 tools, but that is fine. So they'll start working on that. And we have a merchant arriving. It looks like one from the bishop, perhaps. So we'll see what he wants soon. And look at our little production area. It looks very, very industrial. I like it. Everyone doing their job, chipping in for the community. And of course, we're the king, so we just get to sit back and enjoy the spoils. And we have over 1,000 gold. So we're looking alright money-wise. I think this whole idea of taxing them incredibly has paid off. So that's great. Okay, so let's see what our little merchant buddy wants here. So it's from the elders, not the bishop. And they want wheat. And they want 200, and they'll give us 300 gold. And at the moment we have 29. And it says we have 0 in our storage facilities. So I might just say no. It seems like we need every bit of wheat that we can get. I wonder why we're running so low on wheat. It's a little bit of a concern. That's okay. Let's focus on the castle, shall we? Alright, next on the list of things we're going to build in the castle is a storage zone for all these guys, because they have to walk way too far in order to pick up the supplies they need to build us the weapons. And because they sell for a lot of gold, I want to make sure that we are actually getting them the resources we need in a timely manner. So I'll pop a I guess just about here should be fine. We want to stick to this road. So that should be okay, just about there. Okay, so we're going to pop it right there. One should be enough for them, as they don't need... A lot of them share the same resources. A lot of them basically just need wood, iron, cloth, and tools, I believe. Oh, and charcoal. So maybe they need one more slot, because the storage slots only have 4. But maybe we can just leave one of them out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, the next building that we want to add, because we want to fill this place up. And look at them. Building our manor. Not the manor, sorry. It's just the manor house under the monument. It's a taxation office that they're building. So I want to try and focus on this area a little bit, because we have made this area pretty dense. It looks good. So what do we want to build on this side? Okay, the next thing I'm going to build in here is going to be a building. I don't know what it is because we haven't unlocked it yet. So let's quickly go do that actually. We want to get this, the paved road. So we need a paver's yard. Boom. Lovely. And with that purchased, we are out of labor influence. So we need to try and earn a little bit more and then we can buy more stuff. So the paver's yard, what does this look like? It's a nice tiled roof, so at least it fits in with this area a bit. I guess right here should be fine. I guess he only needs at least one of the entrances. It's a shame you can't increase the height of the building. That would be nice. Just so it matches a little bit more of the other surrounding buildings. Actually, what we can do, because we got this empty spot down here. Let's see if it fits. Oh, we might be in luck. I mean, it overlaps a bit. Is that the biggest problem in the world? Yeah, I don't really like it there. I don't like how it overlaps too much. We'll stick to our original idea of just popping it over here. There we go. Line it up with the wall a little bit more. That looks alright. There we go. That's 200 gold to place that. At least we're doing good on the gold. What's this? We have a new painted... Ah, road paving. Allows a paver to pave this dirt path. I like the fact that you can actually pick what paths you want paved. That's very nice. So I guess we can introduce that in the next episode, perhaps. I got another one of these supplying Royal Militia missions. I hate these. I don't like the fact that as soon as you get a barracks up and running, I think it is, they just keep on coming. It's like, I don't want them to. Just stop. Okay, so they're nearly finished that, which is good. Then we can start employing some more tax officers. Because if I right click on the coin icon, I can see where the money is accumulating and where it's not getting picked up. Here, it's okay because they have this big office here. But if I go over here, it's not getting picked up. It just, yeah. And even if it does, it's taking way too long. So we're going to fix that once that's done. Look at you guys. Look at you showing up with your big smug faces. Think you can show up and eat all my berries and drink all my berry brew. Well, you got another thing coming, gents. You guys are going to be turned the other way. Yeah, you can come in now, but don't get comfy because you're not welcome. You're not welcome. Okay, now that this storage place is up and running, we can employ a few people. Might as well max it out. Why not? And we'll make sure that there's iron there. And wood, along with, what else did they need? They needed tools. And they also needed cloth and charcoal. Now, I'm probably going to pick the charcoal instead. Because only one building needs the cloth, right? And that's just the Boa's hut. And a lot of these other buildings... Okay, no, only one requires charcoal as well. That's interesting. Oh well. I'm sure they'll be fine. They'll work it out. They're smart enough. Okay, another thing I want to build in this castle is a few market stalls littered about the place so the people who are working here and living here can still get their food without always having to go outside. However, I also don't want the market workers to have to always go out to grab their stock either, so we're first going to build a granary. And maybe this could be popped in here. How would that look? Doesn't look half bad. I mean, it interferes with the wall a little bit, but I think I can live with that. Then again, I have been saying, oh, we need to fill up this back area, and I'm just doing everything in my power, it seems, to avoid doing that. So let's actually focus on it. And we'll pop it towards this entrance here. How about that? Now, it says they can't enter for some reason. Is that because the hill is too steep? I don't understand. It seems to have something to do with this ground. I don't know. Why is that? Yes, it must be this ground. That's very odd. Okay, I've decided that's where I'm going to put it. Because if I move it any further over, then the arrow goes red, which means they won't be able to go into it. And I'm considering popping down an extra one here, seeing as for some reason, once again, it won't work over here. Little annoying, because I want to deck out this area, but I'll have to figure out something else to put there instead. I'll pop the other one there. Back it up towards the wall a bit more. Give ourselves as much space to work in the future. There we go. That looks alright. So we'll build that one. And then they'll be able to start storing some food in here, which would be great. These guys are now improving their housing, which is awesome. Okay, what is next for us to add? If you guys have any ideas as well, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I know I'm probably missing out on a lot of things in this game. For example, I know I haven't touched the clergy side of things at all, but we're going to be getting into that as soon as we finish off this. Whoa, that was a bit of a quick spin. As soon as we finish off this castle, that's what we're going to be focusing on next, and that's why I'm trying to get this out of the way. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I mean, look how cool it's looking. But I want to also focus on other things in the game. I don't want to be spending 4, 5, 6 parts just building this. We can always come back and improve it, but I want to get the bulk of it done now. Okay, now that that is going to be built over there, we can start focusing on these market stalls. And we want to place a few different ones down. We want to place a couple goods. We want to make sure all the people who live here can get their clothes. Now, first I actually need to decide where do I want the market area to be. Like I said, I'm going to have a few littered around, but there should always be, in my opinion, a bit of a central trading zone. So let me figure out where I kind of want that. Do I want it outside the barracks? Do I want it outside the watch post in this little courtyard bit? That might be good. And that way people can always watch to see if anyone's trying anything fishy. We might try and see if we'll fit in there. Then again, this area is a bit too narrow. I mean, I've put the, what is it? The forbidden zone, because I want them to use this as a path. And it's not really working, but it was an attempt. But it's too small for me to place down another house. It would just interfere with it too much. So it'll make it too dense and it'll look gross, and I don't like that. So maybe this is where we should put our market, kind of like littered along here. I actually think that might be really good. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is kind of like our outline for where we want our market to be. I'm not going to build it, but this way I can at least see it and then keep to those boundaries. Make sure I'm not kind of overstepping it too much. Okay, so goods first. Let's place them down. Oh, we're going to have the same problem here where it doesn't want to place. Oh no. I think we are. Oh, that's such a shame. So you're telling me if I build that, no one will be able to use it? I mean, I guess we can always just build it for aesthetics, but I want it to be functional. We'll have to figure something out to build here then that isn't really exactly serving a purpose, but at the same time can fill up that area. I can always just make this area a garden. Maybe that's what I'll do. I can pop down a bunch of decorations and it'll still give me that benefit, but no consequence of not having anything that's non-productive. Okay, so we're not going to put that just there yet. We're not going to work on the market just now. Right now that's going to be a little bit too much of a hassle, so I'm going to leave that for another episode. What I'd like to do is just put a couple more things down here, and then basically we have most of the interior here done. Then it just comes to decorations and the little market area. Now we do have the same problem I found with let me say, if I grab a stool, with this area here, this whole area here, it won't allow me to place well, it will allow me to place things and build it, but it won't allow the workers to actually use it. Now I don't exactly know why. Maybe someone could let me know why that is a thing. The only difference I can see is that it doesn't have like blades of grass on it. But that's a bit, I don't know, I feel like that shouldn't be necessary, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's too steep? I don't know. Anyway, tell me in the comments if you know what's going on with that. But the way to work around it, I have decided, is we're going to probably have to build a tavern over it. Because what we can do is, yeah, you know, if we build this, no one will have access to it. But let's say if we build another one out the side here. Let's say let's just do that for now. And then we put a doorway. Well, now people can get to the inside of that, so we can actually make it functional. So that's what we're going to do with that area. But we'll leave that for now because I want to make a real nice one for the castle, of course. But what should we put here? We'll continue that so they can keep on building the paver's yard. That will be awesome. Can't wait to get some stone paths in here. It'll look great. Okay, what should I build next here? Okay, next thing I'm going to build is a royal office, because I don't have one of those. So what we will do for this design, get a building there, place it nicely against that wall, bingo, raise it a bit, and then we will add, how does that look? That looks a bit weird how it's touching the wall there. What if we raise it? Would that fix that problem? Pretty much. Still looks a little awkward. That looks okay. More or less. Nah, that's a bit extreme. I'm gonna mess around with the design a bit and see what I come up with. Okay, so far that is what I have for the design. I kind of like it. I mean, it does look a little basic, but we'll add a lot more details to it as we get more involved. But I added this nice little stone gateway here. I thought it would be kind of nice to break it up a little bit, not make it look like a complete circle. There's a little bit of a gap there. I might try and do something similar over here, perhaps. But yeah, I like the little balcony that's overhanging it too. I like the fact that you can see on both ends of the street here. I think that's really cool. So that's going to cost us a lot of supplies. 140 polished stone, over 170 stone, a lot of tools and a lot of planks. But it's a royal office, so it needs to look very good. So let's build that. Beautiful. Okay. What else can we put in here? I mean, look how much we've filled this place up. To think that this used to be such a barren island. And now it's just a fortress. Except those people. No one's working over here. Oh, that's because we got rid of the area. There's no need for it anymore. Okay, I'm also going to place a tailor workshop here. I know it's going to not really be very functional, but it's more so for aesthetic, because I like the idea of someone working there and making the soldiers their armor. So that's kind of what it will be like, ideally. I don't think you can make armor in this game, but we can pretend. That's the joy of it. The next thing I would like to add to this castle is going to be another one of these. A common wares workshop. Okay, we're not making enough of that as it is. And having one in here I think would be good. Because the job is best suited to a citizen. Oh! And with that we've unlocked Kingdom Tier 4. That's amazing. Beautiful. Happy I got that on record. So because that's most suited for citizens and I want all my citizens living in here, that way they don't have to walk very far to go to work. And that also fills up the area. And then all we have left to do is really build our tavern in here and then figure out what we're going to do along this bit. Maybe like a park or just something like that. Just something aesthetically pleasing. Or maybe I can just build a really long bar all the way across here and just have like an entrance here and an entrance there. So that way it can all be functional. I don't know. Anyway, what else do we have going on in the town? Doesn't that just look awesome now that we have the castle in the background more built up with all the towers? I don't know, I think that looks absolutely incredible. One thing I need to do though is go back through some of these buildings and add a few more chimneys. Because I like the little smokestacks that they leave. Looks very good. We turn the HUD back on. Okay, well now that this is all done, I might as well assign a royal courier. Or courtier. So we got combatant training speeds up. Speed is increased by 63%. Happiness is less impacted by 63%. And the same as the first one down here. I might go with the happiness, I reckon. Because right now we're not really having any combatants. That makes sense. Do that. Lovely. And we'll also assign a bailiff while we're at it. What do we have here? Job learning speed is increased. Trade price bonus. And the combatant speed training again. I reckon we'll go with the trade bonus. We make a lot of our money through trade, so if we can get a little bit of a bonus on that, that would be great. I forgot to do it before, but I placed this well down earlier, and I want to build that so that way all the workers around here have somewhere to collect water without having to go around here. Like, it's not too bad, but the well here is mostly going to be for all the people who are going to live here, and this one's going to be like the city water, or like the castle water. The one that the rich people drink from. And they'll look down on the rest of the people who have to drink the other water. And vice versa. There's going to be a class battle over fucking water. Go figure. Okay, what else do we have here? We got... Might need to get rid of this soon. And redesign it to try and clear it up. Because we very slowly want to start moving a lot of this town over here a bit. And by doing that, we'll be able to have it so all the people here are able to transport goods back and forth a lot quicker, a lot more efficiently. Now, what is it called? Labor influence has gone back up. So let's see what else we can unlock in the progression menu now. I'm going to get this one, the Manor House Village Architecture. And I'm going to get the Manor House City Architecture as well. And that's basically all we can unlock. I mean, we can unlock this one as well. I mean, I guess we might as well, right? We also unlocked 4, so what does this mean? Polearm. Okay, so we can make even more weapons. Oh, but for these we need steel. And we have to import that, don't we? We get private quarters, mess hall. Ah, beautiful. So we might actually have to do a little bit of rearranging potentially, or maybe even move some of these things and put the mess hall and all the other stuff here. Because that's going to be very, very interesting. I've just noticed as well we have 0 bread. 0. It's been so long since we've had 0 bread. That is not good. I mean, we have 137 wheat. We have... How much flour do we have? Only 9? Okay, so I might need to fix that up. But that is going to be for the next episode. Next episode is going to be great. It's going to be filled with a bunch of stuff. We're going to finish off this castle once and for all. We've basically finished it off, but the last finishing touches will be done. I also want to build the little bar and inn here where people can drink, or here potentially. And I also want to build a massive inn, including a bar attachment right here. And this will basically be the center. Supplying royal militiamen. Get away. Just go. Go away. No one wants you here. Okay, guys. That is all I have time for today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out the videos that came before this to see how we got here and built all of this incredible stuff. And be sure to hit the like and subscribe to see when the next video comes out. And I'll see you all next time. Adios.